Hi, I'm Adam Steiner. I was one of the first three security assistants in 2019-2020 and going to be a FIDA teacher next year at the high school.
Hi, I'm Reggie Patterson, security assistant at the high school, and I will be the new varsity head basketball coach.
Yeah, so one thing that was awesome about this job for me was it allowed me to get into the school district. So I'm a Verona alumni. I have my teaching degree from the University of North Dakota, and I knew I wanted to come back. And it provided me an opportunity to get to know students. So I think one of the best things was just being able to sit down with a group of students at first and kind of like introduce myself, get to know them. But then they would start asking me, like, hey, can I talk to you for a few minutes? And they'd start building that relationship where they trusted us and like they valued our opinion. And that was huge for me because as a teacher, that's something you strive for, but you only get to see the students for a part of the day. But with security, I was around all day whenever they needed me, and they didn't have to worry about disturbing me most of the time because I was just roaming and making sure everything was going all right.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off that, this security role really allowed me to do exactly what I preached in my interview when I got the job, was building relationships. During my interview process, I basically explained that I was a college basketball coach, but I really love working in roles that allow me to build relationships, walk around, and stay active. I have a teaching degree, but I didn't pursue my license until I came to Verona. And what did that look like? Every day, walking the hallways, getting to know students, allowed me to realize that I'm doing something on a much bigger scale as far as security goes. Now, what could happen if I got my own classroom one day? And just in general, like every student should be successful. I think that works with our staff members as well. Um, as soon as I got here, my buddy Adam Steiner, and within a year, it's already in the classroom. And now, within a year, I've been named the head varsity basketball coach, and I'm finishing my teaching license. So this role has allowed me to grow, and also, like he talked about, students, staff members, how much they loved us being around, how active we were in the hallway, just the everyday process, not knowing what the day is going to look like, but just knowing at the end of the day, we were able to make sure that the school was safe and the teachers and students felt safe in the building.
And Reggie kind of mentioned the staff, and I think all three of us, so Reggie Jamero and myself, all got compliments all the time by staff members about how they appreciate our approach with kids, and we're not upfront and we're not aggressive. We're listeners. We're trying to be there and help support the kids, and the staff members appreciated that, and they also trusted us that like, hey, can you come grab this kid? They know like we'll do it in a calm, respectful manner, and we'll help control things. And I think at one point we almost became that person that could help, communicate between two sides, because as adults we were able to communicate with the teachers and understand their perspective, and we were also able to communicate with the students because we built that rapport with them. And that allowed a nice flow of communication between the three of us and allowed a lot of issues to not get to administration and counselors because we were able to help resolve it on a security level. And teachers really appreciate that because sometimes, it takes a while, but when security's there in a matter of minutes and we can resolve the issue in 5-10 minutes, it allows that student back in the classroom. And at the end of the day, even though, I'm going to be a teacher, Reggie's going to become a teacher, like security taught us like the importance of valuing students and trying to listen to them and stuff like that. And it can be complicated with the full classroom, but just making sure that like we took time and it allowed us to develop, like Reggie said, develop as people. And it was a role that very unique, and I would say we're very fortunate to be one of the first three because it allowed us to kind of create our own path and try to set a standard at what it meant to be a security assistant within the school district.
Yes, and then my final thought is I knew during my interview process that if I got an opportunity to be a part of this team, I knew that I was going to work really well with whoever they hired, obviously Jamero and Adam Steiner, and our security coordinator, Corey Sappho. I knew that we were going to change what security looked like in school districts, in our school district. And with that being said, we all sat down and we just put our minds together, and a lot of us were good at certain things. Like I'm really good with just getting to know anybody. I mean, I had never met a stranger before, and Adam is like the glue, the brains. Also, all the kids love him, and then Jamero as well. Got the popular personality, former Verona area high school student. You know, coming into a situation where I didn't know anybody coming from the Madison area. This job really, really touched my heart in a way of, you know, just being a mentor to students. That really, this role right here is awesome because we can mentor and we can change what security look like in the school district. And just hiring people that can do that is going to take this role a long way in this district.
All right, thanks for having us.
Thanks.